I can tell you that this emergency is going to get worse before it gets better. How much worse, we don't know, but what we do know is we can influence how much worse it gets. And that's what this press conference is about, because the bottom line is we're in a race against time when it comes to this coronavirus and its rapid spread in Louisiana.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Inside Ascension. I'm John Connolly.
And I'm Marshall Courtney. Thanks for being with us.
Life in our parish and around the globe has changed as we deal with the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic. Changes in how we live our lives and how we go about our daily routines have become the new norm.
Those changes are many: cancellations, closures, social distancing, and stay-at-home orders, limiting numbers of people gathering together to minimize community spread and keep from overwhelming our hospitals, healthcare facilities, and medical team.
I think a very important take-home is we're going to be fine. I didn't say it wasn't going to be difficult, but we're going to get through all this. We just have to hang in there. We have to make sure that we don't inundate our healthcare services to the degree that we can, which is why we're asking for this isolation, so that the healthcare machinery and the healthcare industry can keep up, still provide the service for COVID patients as well as everyone else. Over time, our population will learn how to fight this disease, both in terms of vaccines and treatment and immunization, because as we get it, we then develop immunity in the same way they develop immunity to the flu. We'll be okay. It's going to take some time. We've got to hang in there. There's going to be risk to some folks. There's going to be other folks that get sick, although they're going to be fine, just as the flu. There's going to be some economic impact because we are not used to isolating and not doing the normal commerce things that we always do, but because of the risk of spreading of this virus, we're being asked not to do that. So there's economic downside. So there's lots of downside to what's going on, but we'll be fine. We'll get through it, and then on the tail end of this, we'll be better off for it.
And remember, it's the same precautions we'd give for any type of respiratory illness. Wash your hands, cover your cough, clean commonly used surfaces, and try to keep a distance from other individuals if possible.
And washing the hands, soap and water is the best.
Soap and water.
Yeah, people
20 seconds, soap and water.
Yep.
Most every employee in Ascension Parish government can visualize the impact of a Category 4 hurricane. We know the impact of the Amite River cresting at X feet, and we can tell you within 1 or 2 sandbags how many sandbags we can produce in an hour. No one, not even medical professionals, can tell you what a Category 4 coronavirus looks like, much less how to prepare for it. We ask that you please be patient. We know that there are probably more questions than answers. However, like all emergencies, we will get through this.
For the latest information on the COVID-19 response, we encourage you to use any of these online sources: gov.la.gov, the Center for Disease Control website, cdc.gov, the Louisiana Health Department website, ldh.la.gov, and 211.org, or by calling 211 and the Ascension Parish Citizen Service Center at 450-1200.
Here at Ascension 21, we're committed to providing you with information as we receive it, as well as what else is going on in Ascension Parish government. Several road improvement projects were underway before the coronavirus shut down. We'll update you on those.
Lester Kenyon takes us to the Bayou Verret watershed, where a multi-jurisdictional effort is underway to facilitate drainage on the West Bank.
Serving the community and reaching out to our neighbors is illustrated in a piece we put together from food distribution events in Ascension Parish.
And in our Lanyap segment, we honor all parents, mothers, and fathers. Felton Brown from Facility Maintenance is back with a song he's dedicating to his father, in honor of the impact his dad has made in his life.
Please stay with us for a while. All of this comes up right now inside Ascension.
This is in the city, in the town of Sorrento. We're at the intersection of LA 22 and LA 70. We're at a construction project that is DOTD run, DOTD funded. It starts at this intersection of LA 22 and LA 70 that includes a roundabout. The roundabout is about half constructed, so it's of the pie of a roundabout, it's got about half the pie done. Construction or maneuverability in this area is a little tight right now. It's not free-flowing as a true roundabout whenever it's in full build-out, the way it's going to happen. But this is part of the process of construction. Whenever it's fully constructed, it will allow for free flow of traffic, which is the beauty of a roundabout. It also includes what's called J-turns. Whenever you come off of I-10 at LA 22, you will get off on I-10 eastbound. You will get to a J-turn, which is just a median left turn lane, but you'll be able to make a U-turn and then go into those entrances to those businesses. And then in the opposite direction, when you're coming from LA 70, and say before you get to I-10, there will be a left turn that you can take without disrupting through traffic, and all that's to aid a smooth flow of traffic. The through traffic that wants to get to I-10 will be able to do that without those left turners being in the way. Another improvement of this project is to make those left turns that go onto I-10. Those left turn lanes are much longer now. Whenever this job is finished, those left turn lanes will be longer. That will help the safety and the flow of traffic. And if you continue on with the project and you go towards the part of Sorrento, you'll have the same J-turn design. You know, the traffic in the area are generally going to the plants that's along the river. There's also some tourism. I mean, our location right now is at the Ascension tourist building, but there's also a lot of tourists that go to the plantations in the area, Homer's House among others. So this allows for all of that traffic to flow much smoother. And this is, at a previous job, this was my commute area. So I know in the early mornings and in the late evenings how much traffic can stack up in this area. So this will make this a lot better. This is the intersection of LA 44 and LA 621, which is known as Cantee Road. This is a safety improvement project and capacity improvement project. It's going to add left turn lanes on LA 44 in both directions of this intersection. It is also going to add left turn lanes on 621 at both approaches of the intersection. One other good safety improvement for this project is whenever you proceed to the north, going towards LA 42, towards the Galvez area, currently it necks down really quick from the 2 lanes to 1 lane very quickly. This project is going to eliminate that quick neck down from 2 lanes to 1. It's going to extend it by about 400 feet. So you'll be able to clear the intersection and then merge. And the same token on the other side of this, the other direction. So when you go on LA 44 South, entering the intersection, you will expand out to 2 lanes, and not surprise those side road people on 621 that 2 lanes of traffic are going to be approaching the intersection. So that's a good safety improvement, because I know there was surprises to people coming out on 621 whenever a car was entering the intersection, and they would swap lanes at the last minute and give them 2 cars at the intersection. So this will eliminate that big surprise and be a nice safety improvement. The fact that you're separating left turners from the through traffic is going to help traffic flow a lot, and separate those travelers. Left turners in a through lane is a safety hazard for sure. So this will eliminate those rear end collisions that you have, give those left turners a good safe haven. It's a project that's a long time coming. I know the improvement on the Black Bayou intersection at 44 was done prior to this one, and I know we got a lot of feedback saying that 621 actually has a little more traffic, so it's a good thing that they finally addressed this intersection. And it's a similar fashion in that it's left turn lanes on LA 931, which is called Red Singletary Road, coming from the east, and then on the west side is Germany Road, which is a parish road, but the state is adding a left turn lane in that direction also. And the same with LA 44, in that it'll have a left turn lane along with through lanes. Now that area only has a single lane for the through lanes, but it will provide a left turn lane in both directions. This is Highway 930 at the intersection of Parker Road. It's about in the middle of the project. The project goes from LA 42 to Causey Road. Now this is only the clearing and grubbing of this project. What this will allow us to do is to, once it's finished and all the trees are out of the way, and the fencing is moved back to the new right-of-way, the utility companies will be able to come in and move utilities one by one, or hopefully several at a time. But they'll be able to have a clean slate to be able to come in and move utilities out of the way, and it's up to us, meaning me, and the contractor who helps us with Move Ascension, which is Jeff Burst with HNTB. We will try to get this construction project shortly after those utilities are relocated to where we can keep this project moving and not have a big lull in the construction process. This is going to be an 11-foot lane project with 4-foot shoulders and a very gradual ditch, either 4-to-1 or 5-to-1 slope, so it'll be a much safer roadway. The existing roadway width, each lane is from 8 to 9 feet, so it is a road that has been in dire need of widening of lanes, and also if you look a little bit behind me, there's a curve that has very sharp turns in it. We're going to make this project's going to make those turns a lot less sharp, and it'll be a much safer roadway. You'll actually be able to fit 2 school buses in either direction, because you really can't do that right now without someone just getting off on the side a little bit. And we are, at the Causey Road intersection, there is a school right there, Prairieville Middle, and we do get bus traffic on this roadway. So this is, like I said before, this is a project that's been sorely needed for a while. And this road used to be a state road, but because of the road swap opportunity that we had, it is now a parish road. We actually got money for taking on the road, but it allowed us to use that money towards other Move Ascension projects. So it's kind of a win-win for us. We're able to get this project started now. If we waited on DOTD to do this project, it would be a couple of more years before it got done. So it's being done now. Plus, we were able to take that cash money and use it on other Move Ascension projects. And this is the first Move Ascension project that we actually have dirt being turned on. Now this one, I want to reiterate that this is just the clearing and grubbing part. It is going to have some erosion control devices that's going to stay on the job after this clearing and grubbing contract is finished. It's intended to not only capture the silt that's occurring because of the tree removal, but also whenever the utility companies come out here, the disturbance of ground that happens then, these erosion control devices will hopefully capture that silt so that it doesn't go into the surrounding grounds. And I really think this is going to be a vast improvement from what we have today. So I think we've got a good team to where we're going to get these projects hopefully moving. It's our goal to get them moving without a big delay. And the Move Ascension program actually has 35 different projects, so it's quite a task to get all of those projects moving and to not have delays and to tackle each one the way it was intended to get done.
Visit the Move Ascension website to get the latest, up-to-date information on road projects near you and throughout Ascension Parish.
So where are they putting the materials after they pull them out?
Right here, you can see, and this has been done for a couple months now. You can see
Ascension Parish President Clint Quintlaw joined a consortium of local city, parish, and state officials recently for a tour of ongoing drainage improvements to the Bayou Verret drainage basin south of West Ascension. With cooperation and assistance from Ascension, Assumption, and St. James parishes, the Lafourche Basin Levee District is clearing and dredging Bayou Verret, which is located on the west bank of the Mississippi River. Stormwaters from the western portions of the three parishes drain into Bayou Verret and then flow continues to Lake des Allemands.
Bayou Verret dredging project is a maintenance dredging project. The scope of work is to remove vegetation and sediment from the canal. This project actually started with the levee board in St. James Parish in 2014, trying to acquire permits as a result of the major rain event that we had in May of 2014. Once we received all the permits, the levee board is in here now performing the dredging. The project is approximately 6.5 miles long. It goes from here all the way to Highway 70, the bridge that crosses Highway 70 at Bayou Napoleon. And we're removing the sediment that has accumulated in the canal over the years and placing that material adjacent to the canal on the spall bank. We're going at the levee board is, like I said, performing the dredging in-house. They're going at a rate of about 200 to 300 feet a day. And we have about a mile completed as of today. So we have 5.5 miles left. At that rate, it'll still be several months, weather depending, before we can actually complete the project and get the dredging done on the first 6.5 miles of Bayou Verret.
What about that capacity and increase? I mean, what studies have been done to kind of show the benefit of overall of the different parishes and what we, the byproduct of this project, what benefit is it going to help with?
As part of the permitting process, a hydraulic and hydrologic study was performed to show the need and the benefit of the project. This is a maintenance dredging, so we're not widening the canal, but we are deepening it back to its original state, which is an elevation of about -4. We're taking on average about 1 foot to 2 foot in some areas out of the canal to restore that natural flow line. And as far as benefits in the Donaldsonville area, you could see water surface elevations in a heavy rain event drop anywhere on the order of 2 inches to approximately 8 inches, depending on where you're located in the watershed. So this is a major improvement for the city of Donaldsonville, especially all of the areas that are, say, east of Bayou Lafourche and portions of St. James, the Lemonville area, portions of Welcome, coming all the way down in District 5, coming south along the river. And this project actually also takes pressure off of another canal that is the main drainage canal. It's called the St. James Parish Canal. It takes pressure off of that canal, which will also allow, for the most part, all of the west bank of St. James Parish from the Sunshine Bridge to Highway 20 in Vassar to be able to drain better once this project is completed.
And this will also help some of Assumption Parish too.
Absolutely. There are areas along Highway 70, south of the Ascension, St. James, Assumption Parish line. You've got subdivisions, for instance, the Field of Dreams subdivision will benefit from here. And really all of the areas along Highway 70 from the Ascension, say 3127 and Highway 70's intersection, all the way south into Assumption Parish going towards the bayou will benefit from the project. This is the area that they have recently dredged, taking the material out of the canal and taking the vegetation, the trees, stacking the material on the
So
side.
all of this material that we see is,
All of that has come out of
that has
the
just
come
come
out of the
that
canal.
It's really choked up.
As far as the vegetation of the canal, absolutely.
President, I guess you've surveyed in areas like this in your career.
Absolutely, but you're talking about using just a variety amount of equipment to achieve this goal, amphibious vehicles, track hose up just to retain the material on the top bank to ensure it doesn't slush back down into the canal. So yeah, it is exciting to see. You kind of got to put your eyes on it to get the full effect of what's going on here and the actual benefits of looking forward and seeing what's congested and looking back and seeing all the great work that's been done.
And we're not widening these canals, we're just deepening them.
Absolutely, you're increasing your flow and your depth. You're just naturally going to have material settle at the bottom. So this is somewhat of just required maintenance on your canals to ensure that the depth is there and that they have room to acquire material from runoff. And this is just one of those projects you have to do every so often to ensure that you're maintaining your flows.
And just like Councilman Robert said a moment ago, it's water doesn't recognize parish boundary lines.
Absolutely,
So
and that's why we have to have a regional approach. That's why we have to remove political lines and all work together to ensure that you're providing the maximum benefit, and that's any elected official goal is to serve as many people as possible. I tell you, I'm just excited to see that our councilman's putting hands-on approach. And,
Our foot on.
he's getting into the project, literally.
That's right.
I'm so excited.
I feel like if you really get into the deep and the dirty, you get things done.
Absolutely.
So you're literally in the trenches, Joel.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Y'all want to go up upstream a little bit and let's see?
I'd just like to thank everybody for participating in this, especially the 3 parishes that has put up the funding for the mitigation, and now we're moving forward with this project. As we all know, there was a lot of flooding in the Downsonville, Ascension Parish, Assumption area, and this is going to create some capacity to relieve that. I know in Downsonville, and the mayor can tell you, on St. Patrick's Street, the water backs up and it sits there. So that's going to relieve some of that problem and some of the other issues that we have right now. So I'm just happy this project has started. It's been a long time coming, and we all happy to see it go forward.
Yeah, I would just like to thank all parties from St. James Parish to Ascension Parish, City of Downsonville, for definitely embracing this project. It's definitely going to have a huge impact on the residents for both St. James Parish and the West Bank of Ascension. Also to our leadership at the 11th District, the board members, I'd just like to thank you guys for your enhancement and cooperation with implementing this project. It's a good day for St. James Parish and River Parish area to see this project finally come to fruition and to where our residents could have can alleviate some drainage issues throughout the district. So thank you guys.
I want to thank all of the parties that's involved, but most I want to thank Senator Price and Representative Ken Brass for working with us to get some funding from the state level. If we couldn't get that funding, we wouldn't be able to do this project. And definitely take our hats off to the Lafourche Basin 11th District for stepping up to the plate and and wanting to work this project. I know they have a lot of other work that they could be doing, but they rolled up their sleeves and said that they wanted to help to alleviate the drainage problem that we were having on the west bank of Ascension Parish, St. James, and Assumption Parish. Also, I'd like to thank our former councilman for the West Bank of Ascension Parish that serves on the West Ascension Drainage District that helped put up money in order to make this project a success. So it's a collaborative effort from all parties, and I'm just happy and excited to see that the job is being taken care of.
Once again, it's a proud day for not only Ascension Parish, but two other parishes around. It's something, a collaboration of working together that we are setting an example for the rest of this state. Especially with the flood of 2016 coming through, I feel in our own community it brought a lot of people closer together, introduced us to our neighbors again, showed us how to put out a helping hand. If we can show the federal government that we can work together and we can start this group of parishes and add on even more, the amount of funding that we can get on the national level and from the state and ourselves, I mean, the possibilities are unlimited. So once again, a good day for all of us, and God bless.
What is the 2020 census? Every 10 years, the census records everyone living in this country. It's written in the Constitution and comes in a questionnaire that counts everyone who lives at your address on April 1st. The data can be used to inform funding for services like fire stations, schools, clinics, and representation that affect your community.
How will 2020 census data be used? Where there are more people, there are more needs for public services. That's why the census is used by the government to inform funding decisions each year. But that's not all. It's also used by nonprofits to inform services, by businesses to create jobs, and even by students for school projects. Understanding how the population changes helps us shape communities across the country for the better.
How does the 2020 census affect representation? There are 435 seats in the House of Representatives. These get distributed to the 50 states by population, and an accurate census response helps your state get the right amount of seats. States with smaller populations get at least one, while states with larger populations might get more.
How do I take the 2020 census? In March 2020, every address in the country will receive an invitation to complete a simple questionnaire. And there are 3 ways to respond. Number 1, do it online. Number 2, call by phone. Number 3, send it by mail. For those who don't respond, a census taker from your community will follow up and assist you.
Is my 2020 census data safe? After sending your census response, your personal information is kept safe. By law, it can't be shared with any other government agency, law enforcement, or landlord. No one. So take your 2020 census with peace of mind. Shape your future. Start here. Visit 2020census.gov.
Here at the Pavilion by the Lemon Center in Donaldsonville for a monthly food distribution.
We're distributing out commodities for your senior citizens, and we do this basically every month.
All right, I'm a senior. I mean, how do I qualify? If you live here?
Basically, it's 60 and over, and it's basically on your income.
Where would somebody go if somebody is over age 60 and they feel like they would qualify for this? Where would they go? What do they need to do to sign up for this program?
Basically, you can go inside the building. Our clerks are inside and just bring ID, proof of income, and basically you get started. Even if you don't have your proof of income, you're still allowed to come out and just have your ID. And they will distribute you a box today.
well, I'm seeing bran flakes. I'm here's
Yeah,
the, you know, the
protein.
famous cheese. The
You get your protein. And
there's some dried milk. There's some brown sugar.
You get your fruits, your vegetables, and you get 2 different types of meats.
Okay, I see canned goods down in there and all, but this is all, with the exception of the cheese, this is all pretty much non-perishable. It's all non-perishable food.
Non-perishable food.
Okay, 1 box per month per household.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
We're out here every second Tuesday of the month.
You're out here at the Lemon Center Pavilion the second Tuesday of every month.
And our program starts from 7 to 10.
Okay, now we are inside the Lemon Center in Donaldsonville, and this is for the quarterly distribution from the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank.
This morning, we are distributing a quarterly distribution. We do that 4 times a year on this side and also the Gonzales side. But this is bought on by the USDA applicants that come and apply at the courthouse. If they're eligible, they can come and get a box.
Yes, it's just a great event, and it's a pleasure being here, working with the community, ensuring that those individuals get their needs of the food and distribute it. It's just a great event overall, and we're just excited to be here.
We only have pretty much the seniors that normally come out for this kind of event, but it's open for anybody as long as you're income eligible. The young, the old, it doesn't matter.
If somebody thinks that they qualify for this program, what do they need to do to sign up?
They need to go to the courthouse with Miss
The
Peggy,
courthouse here in Donaldsonville and see Peggy
White, and they will bring their ID, proof of residency, and proof of income.
Also, I believe you were telling me that this year we're able to do some perishable items.
Yes, this is our
Over here?
first time being, and actually you guys are the first quarterly distribution that the food bank has that's eligible to receive that product. So hopefully this is going to be really great and that I can keep that stuff going on too.
They're handing out meat, frozen meat. They're handing out fresh fruits and vegetables, and I see a lot of canned goods and peanut butter and this is really a wonderful thing, and we're going to start looking for this quarterly right here in Donaldsonville.
It's always good to see the community coming out here on both sides of this, helping to see and help all of these people in the community to get to know them, talking to several of them, most of them actually coming by, and they're all very grateful, very, very good people from the community. I think it's great that we can partner with y'all and help an outreach for this side of the community, on the West Bank.
This is for the quarterly distribution, food distribution on the East Bank. We're at the Lamar Dixon Expo Center gym. If people want to participate in this food giveaway program, what do they need to do?
Just come into the health unit.
The Gonzales Health Unit, right off of East Worthy Road.
Bring in proof of income, residence, identification, and we'll do an application and get you set up for the next giveaways.
There's a system here. People come in, they get a number, they sign up, they sit, and they wait until their number is called. Tell me how that works.
We call 1 through 10, and they go through, get a buggy, and get all their stuff. And all the volunteers, the guys, take them out, help them put their groceries in the car, and come back in.
It's really exciting to see everybody come out and give their time, and I'm excited to see how quickly things are moving this morning. I mean, we're really rocking and rolling, getting people in and out of here pretty quickly. My job is yellow split pea soup.
Okay, I see there is
split pea soup.
I don't know if you can see, there's a whole pallet of split peas back here. So your job is to
hand out split pea soup this morning.
Unload it and
yep.
So everything going good?
Everything's going quite smooth this morning. I'm pretty impressed. And like I said, I'm excited to see everybody donating their time.
So how many people are we expecting here today?
About 300, 350.
Yesterday on the West Bank, I want to say it was close to 260 families.
This is being held in conjunction with the monthly food distribution from Catholic Charities.
Donaldsonville is the second Tuesday of the month. Gonzales here is the second Wednesday of the month. It's a great feeling getting up in the morning on. I can help my elderly and my seniors. Ask that anyone that's eligible, please come on out so we can keep our program going here. Oh, they can call Catholic Charity, and the number is 1-800-522-FEED.
That's the good thing about Ascension. Where there's a need, we'll find a way to help out. And I always love that about our parish.
You know, you want to get into the community, you want to become one with the community, and this is just one of those events that allows you to do that. And I think that's what makes this event so special.
And hopefully it will be just that much greater now that we are offering a few extra items for the clients. Attract more people that would not ordinarily go to a pantry or come to a quarterly distribution. We're meeting the need.
Thanks for watching this episode of Inside Ascension. Remember, you can catch replays anytime on our YouTube channel. And we welcome your comments as well at insideascension@apgov.us. The email address is on the screen.
How about some lagniappe before we go? Mother's Day and Father's Day are coming up soon, so let's honor all of them now. You met him last episode and he's back for an encore. Here's Felton Brown from our Facility Maintenance Department with a tribute to his dad.
So long, and stay informed.
Must have been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. Yeah, you were content to let me shine. You always walk one step behind. Did you ever know you're my hero? You're someone I've always wanted to be. Yeah, I can fly higher than an eagle. You're the wind beneath my wings. It might have appeared to go unnoticed, yeah, but I've got it right here in my heart. And I want you to know, I know the truth. I wouldn't be nothing without you. Whoa. Did you ever know you're my hero? You're someone I've always wanted to be. Yeah, I can fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings. Yeah, yeah. Did you ever know you're my hero? Yeah, you're someone I've always wanted to be. Yeah, 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 yeah. I can fly higher than an eagle. You're the wind beneath my wing. I want you to know, I got to let you know, you are the wind beneath my wing. Yeah.